Alright, boys and girls, and welcome to Gordon Groovy Guitar. So this one is a song from Khruangbin, Leon Bridges. This song is called B-Side. So this one has the 70s written all over it. It's a very groovy and funky, cool song. And it's built upon two different chords. We don't need any capo for this one. So let's look at the chords here first. This first chord will be A minor. And we will use the bar chord here for this one. So you need to bar all strings here on the 5th fret. And the rest will be 7th here on A string and 7th on D string. Okay? So that's the A minor. And the second and final chord will be the G7. So here you need to bar the 3rd fret here, all strings. And the rest will be 2nd on A and 1st on the G, and that's the G7. Okay, so this one is all about rhythm, and we will also look at some patterns here you can throw into this song to give it a touch here, some personality. So we will have some melodies built into the strumming here. But first, let's look at the chords and how you handle them, just the basic, how it's done, how the strumming is done. So I'm gonna play this for you, and then we're gonna look at the strumming. So that is how it's done. So what I do there, I choose to play the A minor first. That is the first chord. So grab that chord, and then you go like down, up on the bass strings. And here we work a lot with the muting here. So you can kind of lift off the grip here. So that is how you can do the muting. You can work with the left hand, so lift off and put it back. In that way you will mute the strings, or yeah, you will kill the sound. So you see, you just lift off like this, but you don't do it that much. You just lift off here, so you can work up and down like this on the chord. Okay, so down, up, okay, and then you give it. So the rest will be down, up, and more on the middle and top strings down here. Okay, so between every down, up here, you want to have this muted feeling. So I work a lot here with my left hand and go back and forth like this. Push in and yeah, take it off like this. So I kill the sound in that way. So slowly. Yeah, that is one way of playing this, and you will do that for 4 rounds. So one round is down, up, down, up, down, up. That is one round. You do that for 4 rounds for each chord. So that was the A minor, and then you move to the G7 and you play pretty much the same there. So that is one basic way of playing this, and of course it will not just be like this through the entire song. So you work a lot with feeling here and variation, but I'm just gonna give you one example of how you could play this, okay? And then you can add more downs and ups to this, of course, so you can develop this into something like this. Yeah, and so on. So what I do there, I basically don't stop with my downs and ups, so I just keep on moving downs and ups. But the important thing here is the timing. So if you listen carefully, I play on the bass strings on the right time, and I switch down to the top middle strings on the right time. So during that time, I can choose to play more downs and ups, but as soon as it's time to switch here between the bass and the top middle strings, and of course between the chords, yeah, that's very important. So within that that frame, you can choose to play however you want. The important thing here is the feeling and the rhythm here to get that right. Okay, so you can play 4 rounds of the A minor and go to 4 rounds of the G7 back and forth like this, and that will work perfectly for this song. But you also perhaps want to add in some notes there like they do in the song here. So in that way I can choose to give you maybe 2 variations of melodies here for the A minor. So one is, I'll illustrate actually both here in the introduction of this tutorial. So one was like this. Sorry. It's always harder to do it slowly, but the thing here is to do it down, up on the bass, and then with the strumming you play this melody here, and you find it here. You will still bar the 5th fret here to have it from the chord here, but you will find the notes here on the 8th fret B string, and you release it. You get the 5th fret with the bar here on the B string. So 8th B, 5th B, then 7th G, 5th G, which you find here on the bar, and then 7th D 2 times. Okay, so on B string 8, 5, and then G string 7, 5, and D string 7, 7. So slowly this variation of the E minor will be down, up, So what I do here, when I choose to play this melody, I don't strum full strumming here. I try to stay here on the strings, like around the actual string that I'm trying to emphasize here. So for instance, B string here, I don't play that much on D or A like this. I try to stay around the B or and G there, okay? So like this, okay? That is one way of playing this A minor. The other way is a bit easier in my opinion here. So what you do there, you just play down, or you can even play down, up if you wish, but down it's enough. So down on the bass strings there, and then you want to hit the notes here all on the E string. So 2 times on the 8th fret, 2 times on the 7th fret, and perhaps even 2 times on the 5th fret. Yeah, you can do 1 or 2 times on the 5th fret. This is not like rules here. We're playing kind of this patterns here. We'll stick to be pretty close to them. So if you play 2 or 1, it's not that important. One more time, and again, the timing here is just that more important here. So on E string, 8, 8, 7, 7, and 5th, 5th, okay? So. All right, so that is 2 variations of the A minor. Then look at the G7 here. This is pretty much played in the same way in this song, I believe. And it's yeah, you stay here for the chord here. You can play 2 times or 3 times or something like this. That is what you can afford, since you're gonna switch and do a grip up here. But first, like this, 3 times there, and then you go up and do this grip here. All right, so this grip here will be kind of a part of the G7, but it's that much higher up here. So for my guitar here, it's pretty hard to get this one, since I don't have this this cut here, so I can reach easily. So I'm up here with my pinky on the 13th fret, so I really go across my guitar, the body here. But yeah, it works fine. So what you do there, you bar like I do here on the 9th fret. It's okay, so bar that one from the D string and down. So these are the strings you need from the D string and down. So you bar that one, and then you put your finger here on the 10th fret on the G string. And then you kind of don't need the B string there, so I bar it, or I kind of more put just the finger on the on the 9th fret D string, because I don't need to the B string at all there. I kind of put my finger on and lean on top of the B string. In that way I mute that string. So this B string here is not important in this chord. So the important notes here will be 9th here on the D string, 10 on the G string, and 13. This one is very important here on the E string, 13th fret. So what I do there is kind of two down up, okay? And you see there, I add a lot of downs and ups in between, but these downs and ups in between there, they are very muted. They just get the feeling, the rhythm here, and don't get that much sound. So if you listen carefully, it will be like this. So these downs and ups, they just work as yeah, some kind of background sound, and helps to get the feeling for this song. And you know what, guys, that pretty much covers this song. Very cool song from let's see, Khruangbin and Leon Bridges. Tough name there to pronounce. I believe it's Khruangbin. Yeah. So B-side, good luck with this one, and see you soon. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel, guys. I try my best to give you great songs here, and you just have to click and follow me on this channel. So yeah, let's help each other here and go on. Don't forget, guys, play tuned.